Welcome in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. So glad you guys are with us for another show. It's a rainy Saturday morning, or I guess it's clearing up now in the rain, but California got some much needed rain here over the last couple days. In the studio, we've got Dave Schmandl and Nikki Anderson joining me. Mr. Gibbs is on assignment.
Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Nikki. We can't
Hello,
say
Michael.
hi, Dave.
Billy is here.
Thank you for the fan.
Yeah.
That is a wonderful thing right there. But it's a cozy morning. It's kind of neat being in the new studio because we have a window,
Yeah.
so you can see the beautiful hills of San Luis Obispo and see the storm passing on through. We hope you guys are doing great wherever you're at. Like I said, I've got Dave Schmandl in the studio, Nikki Anderson to fill in for Mr. Billy Gibbs, who is on assignment. He will be back next week, and we'll be live. Those of you who listen to us on Bakersfield ESPN, we were preempted by the March Madness.
Jeez.
I mean, they got to have priorities.
They do. I understand it.
I just don't agree with them.
I get it. I totally understand it. So today's show, we're going to do the morning BM here in a second. And then at the second segment, we're going to have Miss Nikki Anderson share her return to some serious competitive golf.
Yeah. It's actually the first kind of return.
Yeah. And it's been a while since the shoulder
Been a
surgery.
year.
A year. Wow, I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
We'll do a fantasy golf update brought to you by McGowie Health Group. Also, a live shot of the day should be in the order. We think the weather's going to let that happen with Mr. Darren Averett, the man they call Divot.
Okay, that's just funny.
After giving that's why they call him D.
I get it.
He's
I
got
get
the
it.
divot in the mouth.
Grass in the mouth.
That was such a great soundtrack.
That was hilarious. And then always a show favorite, Clubbing with Dave. Talk a little bit about how important is it to know about the club design or clubs that you have. What are they designed to do? And then how does that affect the teacher that's helping you out, the coach? How does it affect you? And how can you make the most out of what the club is designed to do for you? And then near the end of the hour, we'll do some Golf Talk Radio trivia. And then the other one I threw in there was, of course, with Justin Thomas and the fan. Athletes and fans, where do you draw the line? And we can take that. The great thing about this show is we can take that anywhere we want. So that gives you Nikki and Dave, some time to think about that one.
Yeah.
And Justin Thomas since, put out an apology after that happened, but, we'll leave it at that. So welcome to the show. If you guys are just tuning into us, again, you can hear us on KVEC, 920 KVEC.com, live from 11 to 1. And that's Pacific Standard Time. And then we'll be back on ESPN next week. Don't forget, you can get Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy at iTunes. You can visit golftalkradio.com, and you can take the show with you anywhere you go. So the morning BM, I usually, Billy and I have the morning BM to kind of clear out whatever is not golf related. But I'm going to actually bring it up about golf.
Go
for it.
On Thursday, was that day before yesterday? Days are totally blending together. Yes, Thursday. Pouring rain when I get to work. We are supposed to have a big high school tournament, Paso Robles High School, and 6 other schools.
Oh,
so there's like
players.
44 boys playing a round of golf, 18 holes, not 9 holes. And it's Paso Robles High's kickoff tournament. So they've got Buchanan coming over, Fresno.
Oh, geez.
It's a big deal.
It's a pretty big deal.
Big invitational, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so, I'm concerned because it's raining. It was supposed to start raining 1 in the morning. It delayed until 7, and it's raining lightly in the morning, and it's only supposed to get worse. And you've got 42 kids walking. There's no protection for them. And it starts raining, and it's raining horizontally from the wind and everything else. And I thought, well, this isn't going to happen. And it happened. And I got to tell you, from the first tee, when you talk about perseverance and you talk about resiliency, which just the mindset these kids had to be in. I mean, when we finally got them going, which we got them going 40 minutes early, we were supposed to go off at noon. We were trying to get them out there, and then we had the first group play 3 holes to hole number 9, And then we said, okay, when they get to 9, we'll make the call. Like, is it an 18-hole tournament or is it a 9-hole tournament? And then the group from 9 is going to go to 1. So they get to the 9th green, and the coaches from Paso High come over to me, and they're like, hey, everybody's having a great time. And
You know what? I bet the kids did have a ball.
they actually, I got to say they did, but it really made me realize that, like, even if I had the choice, I wouldn't have been out there. I mean, there's no way. I'm not sure I would have been out there if I was their age. It was probably in the high 40s because the wind was blowing so hard. But they played 18 holes, all 42 of them. There were push carts getting blown over, and then the umbrellas, because they were hooked onto the push carts, were getting blown down the sidewalk, and the carts were going with them with the bag. I mean, it was literally a scene out of Caddyshack. It was really unbelievable. But the thing that was so cool about it was the kids. They persevered through it. They'd come into the clubhouse in between holes where they could, even if it was waiting for someone on the tee shot, just to be inside for 30 seconds. And the low score was 75, par 70 at Paso
Good round.
Golf Club. Second lowest score was 77, which was Owen Averett. And then there was a 79. There was a handful of 80s, and everything was 90 and over. But they came in. We had a great banquet. They enjoyed it. They loved it. And it just reminded me of sport
Yeah.
in general, like why people play sports, why you do for the different challenges. It might be your mental challenge. It might be your, in this case, natural challenge.
And
You
they
know,
have a
they
story they can tell for the rest of
Oh,
their life.
yeah.
And that was
exactly.
and thank you, Dave. That
You
was
bet.
exactly what they were saying. You know,
I'll never forget this.
yeah. And I was concerned, as were other people at Paso Golf Club, that they would say, well, I remember that time we played Paso Robles Golf Club and how bad the weather was, and then we had to play that 18 holes, and it was like, oh, it was a grind. It was terrible. You know, but your premonition or whatever, whether it's right or wrong, kind of leads you down that path. And when we were done and everybody's in there in the bank room, it didn't matter whether the kid shot 110 or the kid shot 75. They were all smiles and they're all hanging out.
Well, because it was done.
Oh, yeah. But they loved it. And then we got it all set up. So every team's going to come back with their coach. You know, I just said, hey, you guys made it through this. On us. Come back with your team.
Oh, cool.
Have a round.
Awesome. Yeah.
Bring your coach. You guys can play. Try it in another weather setting. Hopefully it's not as severe as that was. But it was ironic that was like one of the first major storms that we got was Thursday when that tournament.
Well, you know, it's, I still remember around 40 years ago, I played at the Olympic Club as a one-day pro tournament, and it was weather like that. And I don't remember too many rounds 40 years ago, but that one I do, and had a ball.
Isn't that funny how that sticks with you?
Yeah.
Dick Lutz
Yeah.
won.
I even
Who?
remember.
Dick Lutz.
Wow.
And his brother John came in fourth
Isn't that like, why would you retain that?
because I came in third.
Oh,
Johnny Miller came in something like 11th or something.
there you go. Wow, that's funny. Yeah.
That's
Do you-
the other thing.
Do you
It's
have
a gr-
anything like that, Nikki?
Oh, yeah.
Like what? Like what?
Presidio, the San Francisco City tournament, the first
Yeah.
year I played,
Yeah.
raining, and then the rough was so bad, and then put the water in it on top of that.
That wasn't the
Holy
year
moly.
I caddied with
No,
you.
it was the first
I was going
year.
to say, wow.
It
So
was
it
the
was
first year.
worse the first year.
Oh, it was one of those things that you get out there and you think, I wonder if I really want to do this.
Yeah.
But I think you always learn something, and the more you play in bad weather, the better you play in bad weather after that.
Right.
So it's an advantage.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that's part of the game.
Yeah. It's
It is part of the game. I mean, on the Central Coast here in California, we're so spoiled.
Oh yeah.
Because every time we play, for the most part, it's like it's sunny, and then the thing you're complaining about is 10 miles an hour wind.
Yeah.
And-
Did you see Jeff Linnell's frozen fountain?
I did.
That's what we could be
That's
dealing with.
unbelievable. I almost made another fountain on top of the fountain.
I know.
There's so much ice. I've never seen anything like
I'm
that.
sorry, Jeff. It must be bad.
That was just crazy. Yeah, but it was it's funny because obviously I'll remember it, but I'll remember it from an operator standpoint.
Oh, you bet.
Right.
You know, like I
Different
was like
perspective.
so concerned. I mean, we were, there was a chance of the night before. Of course, the weather service puts up possible lightning, which is then it's
Then it's
that's
canceled.
done.
Yeah.
Right, but never happened. But there were a couple of kids. The kid who won, I can't remember his name. He's from Buchanan. I think he might end up going to Stanford. But it was interesting talking to the kids and what they hit and what they did. So, like, it was blowing, El Paso was blowing straight across the holes that were heading west. So I guess actually the wind was blowing to the north. So hole 17, the par 3, was dead into the wind.
Oh,
And Owen, from
Good drive.
180 yards, he played at 225 yards, and he said he flushed it, and he was 15 yards short of the pin, or 15 feet short of the pin. He said that was the highlight of his shot, his whole tournament. He was like, that was the best shot I hit all day.
wow.
So it just shows you the wind.
Yeah.
I mean, it was gusting. It hit 20, 25, and it was gusting to 40.
Yeah.
That's,
It was just-
that makes for a long day.
Yeah. But that was actually very very cool to see all the kids go through that and then come out of it, and they're like, we want to come back.
Yeah.
So anyway, a little story, and exactly what you said, where you could see on some of the kids' faces, Nikki, where they're like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Yeah.
And then they get out in that, and then they're like, then they're in the moment, and they're in it.
You get the starting gate shakes,
Yeah.
and then once
Yeah.
you go, you're good. You're in it. Yeah.
The starting gate shakes. I like that. Makes a lot of sense. Any other tournaments, Dave, you've played in like that?
Oh, geez. Yeah, not too many. Not too many.
Yeah.
Usually it was pretty good weather, but
Yeah.
I remember one at Incline Village up in Tahoe. We had sideways rain, and that made for a long day. But that one at Olympic, I'll never forget. That one hole was about 310 yards. I hit driver, 2-wood, 8-iron.
Wow.
And 2 holes later, about 460-yard hole, I hit driver and chipped up.
Which way was the wind going, Dave?
Well, hey, take your pick.
That is so funny.
Oh, it was wild.
So funny. I can't remember. I know we used to play in a lot of bad weather, and when I remember at Avila, we would play a lot in the bad weather, and Avila it's really tough to play in when it's been raining. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just, it's so hilly, and there's just a lot of standing water. But probably one of the funnest rounds I had was when we were back in Florida, and last November when we went and played at the Omni at the Greg Norman
Yeah. Champions Gate.
Champions Gate, and the first 7-8 holes it was raining
Yeah.
and it was windy, and we didn't have rain gear.
We had a great time.
And
But
it
was
was-
it warm?
Well, it ended up being warm on the back 9, and so it was like I remember we got a whole 9 or 8, and all of a sudden it stopped raining. The sun came out, and they got that Florida a little bit humid, even though
Yeah.
it was November.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I thought, man, this is great.
Yeah.
And then we played the back 9, and then we got to like the last 3 holes. It started getting cold. It started getting ready to rain again. But
Yeah.
we had a blast.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was fun.
but I remember standing on the first tee going,
Oh, boy.
really? Like,
The starting gate shakes.
well, because we're supposed to catch a plane,
Right.
and I'm thinking, going to be soaked, going to get on the plane.
Oh, that is miserable.
like I'm running through in my head. It's that stupid.
You create
thing.
your own humidity
Exactly.
on the plane.
But but it ended up being a blast because for me, it ended up being great because I played the game. It didn't
Yeah.
worry about like, well, this shot has to look like this, and this has. It was
Yeah.
like, okay, these are the conditions. How am I going to play the game?
Yeah.
You know, is it
Exactly.
little bump drivers? Is it? And that's what made it fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't just you're standing like, okay, I'm going to get on the tee. I got driver. I'm going to hit it as hard as I can, and
Or if I don't
As far as
shoot
I can.
X,
Yeah,
then
exactly.
I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, that was a lot of fun.
Survival.
Yeah, what? That's exactly
It's
right.
the number
Yeah.
one objective there.
That is exactly right. So we're going to take our first break here, and when we come back, we're going to talk with Nikki Anderson. She played the SCGA Women's Senior Women's Championship, right? And where was that at?
It was Glendora Country Club.
Glendora. Did you know? I think that's where Billy used to work.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
And Demas.
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask him. I'm pretty sure that's where he used to
Wow.
work. So when we come back, we'll talk to Nikki about her experience, her first like real competitive experience, like you said, in a year.
Yeah.
Since
The
your
last time was
shoulder
the
surgery.
San Francisco City last year was the last tournament.
Yeah, that's awesome. So can't wait to hear about that. We got to thank you guys, or thank healthiq.com for being our podcast partner. Visit healthiq.com today to find out if you can save more or get a better rate for your lifestyle at healthiq.com. Use the code word Golf Talk. And then also thank you to TaylorMade Golf for sponsoring the show. M3, M4 fairwoods, hybrids, drivers, and irons. You can find them all today at TaylorMadeGolf.com. And we'll be right back. It's Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy right here on the Golf Talk Radio Network. Stay with us.